Hi everyone, I wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on the first essay that I have finished grading. First of all, everyone should have gotten that back with comments as well as with a rubric. If you have any questions about how to access those materials, please let me know. Also, if you have any questions about any of the comments I put on your paper, also please let me know. Just send me an email, we can talk about it. Okay, just some things I wanted to bring up. So first of all is this idea of academic voice. I marked it on almost all of the first essays, but you didn't lose any points for it because it's something I'm transitioning you into. But we want to work from moving away from a more narrative voice that you did in English 113 to a more academic voice, and that's the goal of this course. And so I really want you to start focusing on that. Academic voice is just elevating the voice that you're using in your paper. You're not using a narrative anymore, meaning you're not talking out of your personal experience, telling a personal story. Avoid things like contractions, so words like can't, but, we've, isn't, those sorts of things. Avoid those. Also try to avoid using personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are words like you, me, we, our. In academic writing, we want to avoid those more often and really just kind of elevate that level of writing. So those are just some general broad things. Also related to that is conversational language. A few of you are writing your papers as if you were just having a conversation with someone about the topic. I think that's a great way to brainstorm and to do first drafts of papers, but as you're getting to writing more academic research papers, you really do want to revise so that that's no longer in the writing. I also wanted to let you know about a website called Owl Purdue, and I'll send out an email with a link to that, or I'll put it in Blackboard. But several of you are still struggling with how to do MLA or APA citations even after the assignment we had in week 1. And so please be using your Writer's Brief Handbook. And if that isn't working out for you, if you still need some more help, I'll link this website because it's also very helpful for doing citations, both in text as well as on the works cited and references pages. I'm seeing mistakes in both of those fairly frequently, so I want to direct you to another resource. If you have specific questions, do please let me know. Do note, though, some very general things. In APA, in the references page, don't ever put the whole first name of the author. It's just the first initial with a period. In MLA, you put the whole first name and last name. In APA titles of sources, you only capitalize the first word, proper nouns, and then any words immediately after a colon. In both forms, APA and MLA, you never capitalize everything. So some of you are giving me titles that are completely capitalized, and that's not something that you do in either convention. And then with in-text citations in general, I need to see more of them. Several of you are writing out of experience as opposed to relying on the research. And again, this is a transition from 113 to 123. Pretty much any claim that you make needs to be based in research, needs to be referenced, and I'm just going to keep marking that over and over again. Unfortunately, the way that academia works is simply that the letters behind your name and the qualifications that you have are really what matters in academic writing, and so you need to be citing reputable sources. Related to that, several of you had sources that just weren't at the level of academic rigor that they need to be for this course. Again, about.com, Wikipedia, encyclopedias, personal blogs, those sorts of things shouldn't be used as sources. Your best bet is to go through EBSCO or to go through the library website in some way or another through one of those search engines to get good, solid resources. Several of you are using news websites. I don't want to see those either. Those are all secondary. Someone else has read some research or done some reporting. I want you to go to those original sources and getting your information from there. And then also be sure to, if you have a direct quotation, there should always be a page number. I should be able to go and find that direct quotation from anywhere, and so you need to give me all of the information so that I could go and find it. And then lastly, there's a lot of under-summarizing. So several of you are writing about topics that you feel very comfortable and you have a lot of experience, and that's great. But think about writing for someone who doesn't know about what you're talking about. So make sure that you define all of your terms very clearly, that there's no jumps in the logical progression that you make, that you really make it very clear for your reader your train of thought, and they can follow along even if they know nothing about the topic that you're writing about. So this is just a quick little talk about some feedback on Essay 1. So again, as you're working on your next papers, things that I want to see improved are more academic voice or higher academic voice, avoid contractions, avoid personal pronouns, avoid personal stories, move to more academic writing. And with that, do make sure that you are also citing sources for all these things that you're talking about as you're raising this academic level of your writing. Great. If you have any questions, please let me know.